Welcome everyone to another video of BeBe Productions. Thank you for tuning in to my channel. Before we get started, I want y'all to subscribe and comment and like this video because so we could be able to talk about something new. The new thing I'm going to discuss today, just like I did in my previous videos, I discussed like 90s versus battle versus a TV show battle, also a movie battle. So today I'm gonna do something else. I'm gonna do our 90s R&B male group battle. So again, if you're watching this video, subscribe, like, and comment on this video, and so we'll be able to and express all your opinions about what's your preference as far as like this male artist versus this male artist. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so who's gonna be the first on the list on this Our 90s male R&B group battle? Let's see. Let me go ahead and spin the wheel. Oh, Next versus LSG. Yeah, that's an interesting battle. Both I always did like the both groups. Yeah, LSG. You had Gerald Levert, so rest in peace, and then Keith Sweat, and then Johnny Gill. So they both, all three of them sound great together. And then, so you got Next. It was the three guys, who grew up together, and they were amazing together too. As far as like the music wise, yeah, like LSG, they had a song like My Body, and then they also did a remake of Midnight Stars, I'm Curious. But I'll tell you the truth, that's not the only two songs I already know of them. Like I really didn't know that many. I really didn't follow them songs like that. Even though that they didn't make that many songs to me for me to be able to follow them on that. Yeah, I always prefer Gerald Levert, Keith Sweat, Johnny Gill. They solo work than that group work. As far as Next, they had some hits. They had Too Close, which is a club jam. I mean, I remember when they came out when I was little. I mean, the clubs that I always hear grown people talk about. They go to. They said they always playing that song. Everybody on the dance floor jamming. And then and my mom, she loves that Too Close. Like every time I hear that song, I think of her because she always dances to that song. And then Next also had songs like Butter Love, which is my favorite song by them. I mean, yeah, that's definitely always been my favorite. And then they also had Wifey as well. So yeah, I just felt like Arlel, who is the main singer of the group, I mean, yeah, he has a great voice. He's very underrated. But overall, which group I prefer, I would say Next. Yeah, I just prefer. Yeah, I feel like their songs were more up to my taste, and I like them. Yeah, I just like them. Prefer them songs over LSG. No diss to the LSG, but I just feel like Next had better songs. Yeah, but moving on. Jodeci versus Dru Hill. That's definitely one of the ultimate battles to me. That's one thing I wish, like the time we have that pandemic, that all the artists were doing the versus battle on Instagram. That's two groups I really wish that did a versus battle. No, I mean that would have been awesome seeing Casey and JoJo, and then Dru Hill, Cisco, and what's that? Nikio, whatever his name was. They all get together and then they battle out who had the better songs, the better performance. But let me start off with Jodeci. Jodeci, there was like the first male R&B group that was like topping the charts. Yeah, Boyz II Men was up there too, but for us, like it was like the way you look at like Jodeci as a group, you think there was like a gangsta rap group, but they were just R&B. Yeah, Casey and JoJo are who else from Georgia. Yeah, those two dudes are amazing vocalists. Casey, I mean, he just be blowing. I mean, yeah, Josie had like a lot of hit songs from Come and Talk to Me, Forever My Lady, Love You for Life, Stay. Yeah, I mean those songs right there were just tremendous songs, which I love them then, and I even love them now. Dru Hill. Dru Hill is an amazing group as well. Yeah, they had songs like In My Bed, These Are the Times, What else they had? I Love You, Sleep in My Bed. Shoot, especially I love the remix of In My Bed. I mean, the remix to Jermaine Dupri remix on My Bed, that was just excellent. That's just a song that make you, like, anybody want to dance. But like, yeah, I always feel like Cisco, he was kind of like a low budget type of KC type. I feel like him, like he got his vocal range from KC, from Jodeci. So that's why I always feel that way, since the beginning. I feel that way even to this day. But I feel like without Jodeci, Dru Hill won't be the group that they are. I know that Dru Hill, they had studied like Jodeci's music, and that led them to be able to become successful themselves. Yeah, but Jodeci, I mean, I ain't like it. Casey and JoJo, that when they did that perform Lately by Stevie Wonders, I mean, they live vocal performance on there was amazing. I mean, that was just so mind blowing. I mean, the way they sung that song, they make it, and you feel like that wasn't even that was their original song, but it's not. But the way they sung that song like it belonged to them, I mean, I was just mind blown. And then they also did a remake of Bobby Womack, If You Think You're Lonely Now. Even though that version wasn't as good as Bobby Womack's version, but that was an amazing version too. Yes, like Dru Hill, like they never had did like some covers that of other people's songs, and I was just mind blown about it. But again, like I was saying before, that Dru Hill, without Jodeci, Dru Hill won't be there won't be no Dru Hill. So if I have to go, who I choose, even though it's a tough one, I'm saying Jodeci. I mean, Casey and JoJo, their vocal, yeah, they was the main members of the group, but their vocal skills on every song they perform is just amazing. Yeah, Cisco was a good singer too, but he sounded more like, he had like that KC type of vocal range type. I feel like he kind of like trying to be like him in a way. So that's how it is, but it's still Jodeci. I still love Dru Hill though, so yeah, Dru Hill, all of y'all members watching, don't get offended, because I still love your music. I just prefer Jodeci. Yeah, so we're gonna move on to the next one. Let's see. 112 versus Jagged Edge. Yeah, you know what? This is another versus battle I wish that happened during the pandemic. Yeah, 112 versus Jagged Edge. I would say that Jagged Edge, I mean, I hope y'all don't take this as offense, but I never was really all that crazy about Jagged Edge. I mean, Jagged Edge, I mean, their song, overall, their music was okay. Like, Let's Get Married was an okay song. And I Promise, that song was okay, but my favorite song by them is You Gotta Be. I mean, that song right there, that's my favorite song by them. But, but I never was all that big of a fan of Jagged Edge. But on the other hand, 112, so I love 112. So that's Cupid, and then It's Over Now, and then Anywhere, the featuring Lil Zane. I mean, so the beat just like dun 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 dun. I mean, that beat was just awesome. And then what else song they had? They also had another song. I think it's called Bounce With Me. Yeah, actually it is called Bounce With Me. Yeah, that song went hard too. So. And then Slim, who was the main singer of the group, I mean, even though he's not like he ain't like no great singer, but his vocal style fits very well with the songs that P. Diddy was giving them to perform. So that's why, I feel like P. Diddy did a wonderful job giving the songs to that group. Yeah, I think once like Jagged Edge left, 112 had left the Bad Boy record label and started working somewhere else and put out more songs. The music wasn't as good as before. But between both groups, I'm going with 112. Yeah, I mean, 112, I mean, Cupid, that song right there alone, like kills anything Jagged Edge put out. I mean, yeah, that's definitely my favorite song by them. Like, there's not one song by Jagged Edge I would put over Cupid. Yeah, so it's one. Yeah, so I'm giving them the 112 on that one. Yeah, so move on to the next one. Oh, High Five versus Soul for Real. Yeah, that's all two good groups as well. Yeah, High Five. Yeah, I like Tony Thompson, man. So rest in peace. He had came out with I like the way the kissing game. So, I mean, his vocal skills were amazing. I mean, it's very unfortunate that he never really when he went solo, he never became like big like Usher and Genuine Chris Brown type. I feel like if he had like worked with the right writers and producers, he could have been as big as them. But unfortunately, it didn't happen that way. I mean, in the High Five, they also had songs like She Likes Me and then Never Should Let You Go. So those are my songs. I love those songs. Yeah, but then also Soul For Real. Tell you the truth, Soul For Real, I like them too, but they only had just like a couple of hits. I mean, of course, they had like Candy Rain and they also had Every Little Thing I Do. I mean, those are great songs, but other than that, I mean, let me ask y'all this. What other songs what else did they have? I mean, that's the only ones I know of. I mean, if y'all know some songs by them, y'all could just put it on the comment and let me know what other songs that people know. Yeah, but between those groups, I'm gonna have to go with High Five. Yeah, High Five. They was like, Tony Thompson was just an amazing singer, and I just prefer their music more. Yes, I'm gonna give it to them. Yeah, so moving on to the next one. Next, Our90s versus battle. Let's see. All right, Htown versus BeBe The Void. That's a pretty good matchup too. Both groups are great. Of course, BeBe The Void. There was original members from New Edition, who I think is one of the greatest male groups ever. I mean, there's no doubt about that. I like the songs. Everybody knows Poison. I mean, Poison, that's like the ultimate song. I mean, I've never been nowhere when that song comes on and nobody didn't dance or sing along. I mean, that's just impossible. I mean, that's a song that you could just play. I mean, it's impossible not to sing and dance. I mean, even if you have a sad day or you going through like a rough day, once that song plays on, that song will get you in a good spirit. That's what I love about Poison. And also, one song I really love they have is called When I See You Smile Again. I like that bell. That's a really good track that they did. I mean, they sung the hell of that song, and I love it. Htown, yeah, Dino was amazing. I love Knocking the Boots, and then they did a remix of, well, not remix, but a remake of A Thin Line Between Love and Hate about this. I think it's about the Stilixis or about the Spinners, one of those groups. But I mean, Dino, his vocal skills were excellent. But I think both groups, even though they really didn't come out with that many hits. I mean, there wasn't like big like Boyz II Men and Jodeci, but because only they just had a few songs. But I still feel like they both were really good groups who still had some really good few songs that people didn't even know listen to this day. But if I had to choose between them two, that is a tough one. I probably have to give it a tie. Yeah. I mean, I always liked it. Yeah, but I really like both of them. Like, I really never like one more than the other. So I'll give it a tie on that one. Yes, I'm gonna move on to the next one. Next, Our90s versus battle. Whoa. Speaking of New Edition, Boyz II Men versus New Edition. Whoa. Now that right there, that's like the ultimate 90s battle right there. Well, I mean, one thing about both groups, I mean, both groups got some great singers. I mean, New Edition had Bobby Brown was sounding great, and Johnny Gill, Ralph, and Lonnie. I mean, they all and what's the other guy name? Michael. I mean, they all were great singers, but so and then we have Boyz II Men. I mean, only three of them out of the four was great. Like Sean was great, Wanya was great, and Norris was great. Michael, he was just more like a background. He was just more talking. He really wasn't singing much. But as far as like the song list, New Edition. I mean, even though like most of their biggest success came from the 80s. I mean, they had songs like Candy Girl and then You're Not My Kind of Girl and of course Can You Stand the Rain, which is my favorite song by them. And they also came out with the 90s stuff. I remember that song they did called Still in Love, and then also oh yeah, I just remembered what's that song they did? It's called like is it there is some dang, what's that song called? Tell me, is it love? That's what it's called. Why do I feel this way? And I love that one as well. But Boyz II Men, they had Motown Philly back again, and then End of the Road. And I Make Love to You, which a lot of y'all people don't know those two songs right there. Those like one of the biggest hits of the 90s era. I mean, End of the Road stayed #1 for 11 whole weeks on the Billboard Hot 100 charts. For anyone who don't know about that, and I'm definitely gonna let you know about that. I mean, 11 weeks, being on the charts, that's more than 2 months. I mean, that's amazing. But check this out. I'll Make Love to You, which is their biggest hit, stayed #1 on the Billboard charts for 14 weeks. I mean, Babyface L.A. Reid did an amazing job giving those songs to Boyz II Men, and they did an amazing job performing them. And Boyz II Men, they had like Water Runs Dry, and they had a song for Mama, and then Thank You in Advance. Yeah, I know like Boyz II Men, even though New Edition paved the way for Boyz II Men. Yeah, I just feel that Boyz II Men, when they came out, they had they kind of made like a bigger impact on the music charts. So which I love New Edition to death too, but New Edition didn't have no hits that was as big as End of the Road or I'll Make Love to You. They never had a song that stayed #1 on the Billboard charts. To tell you the truth, New Edition never had any of their songs topping the Billboard charts. Top 100 Billboard charts is what I'm saying is that, but Boyz II Men did. And me, I grew up with Boyz II Men longer than I grew up with New Edition, so that's why I say I'm gonna have to pick Boyz II Men over New Edition. I mean, Boyz II Men, every time I hear their songs, like I just mentioned, I Make Love to You, Water Runs Dry, End of the Road, I just think of how I was when I was a little kid. It brought back so many memories. Yeah, even though I love New Edition didn't have that impact on me. I know what it does with a lot of people, who grew up in that generation. But as far as my generation, I mean, our parents' generation, they had New Edition, but my generation, we had Boyz II Men. So that's why I might have to prefer them over them, since I grew up with them more, and then I prefer their songs overall more. So that's why I'm going with them. All right, well, looks like that's all the battles for tonight. Yes, but so I want to thank y'all for tuning in, and if you're watching this video, like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what your preference is, and tell me why that you prefer this group over the other. So I'm definitely coming out with another video that's going to be similar to the one I did tonight. So I just want to thank you all for all your support. It's been over 4 years since Vero Productions had existed, and without y'all, this channel won't be where it is today. And I just want to send a special thank you to all my fans out there who been supporting this channel from day one. So again, comment, like, and subscribe to this channel, and I'm gonna see y'all sometime next week. Y'all stay tuned.